All right, guys, I'm going to show you how to get set up for our scene building assignment. So first of all, reminder, your task is to build a scene using 6 images. You need to make sure you keep those images because you will be turning them into your slideshow template. This is my sheep example I did. For me today, I want to try to make a kind of like Nevada desert-esque scene. So I've downloaded some images and I'm going to show you how I get started. So first off, in Photoshop, I am going to open a new file and oops, my computer's freezing for a second, so bear with me. Ooh, come on, computer. There we go. And I'm going to open just a standard 11 by 14 inch document to start with. And click create. Okay. And then now what I want to do is I want to make sure I'm in the Essentials default workspace. Okay, by going Windows, Workspace, Essentials default. And now from my downloads, I'm going to drag and drop the images that I've started to download. So I have a few ones I've downloaded. I have the sky, which I found this really cool, like orange cloudy sky. I'm going to just drag and drop in there. Perfect. And I can size it the way I want for right now and just click OK up here. I'm going to close my Illustrator because I think that's what's slowing everything down. Okay. And then I am going to drag in these mountains as well because I want to use these mountains. So I'm going to drag those in as well. Okay, so remember, we're just masking. That's all we're doing. So there's different techniques to masking. So I'm going to place my mountains for a second. I don't want the sky. I just want the mountains. I don't even want this little stretch here. So a few things I can do. Okay, I would recommend for something like this, for mountains, using the quick selection tool. If I click on this, if you remember, if you click and drag, the computer will sense similar pixel colors and will kind of grab those all in one go. So this is perfect if I'm trying to grab like mountains or something that kind of are all similar, something like that. That's good. And then I'm just going to click the mask button right here or right here. Okay. Now here we see my mask. And now remember, with masks, if you're on the mask, not on the image, this is the image, you want to be on the mask, you can paint with a white brush to reveal things. So if I wanted to make kind of a little bit of the floor below, or sorry, I mean the ground below up here, I could just paint a little here and we see it start to show. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do at the bottom of this, but I don't really want that to be jagged personally. Okay, cool. Now, if I need to move this, I need to click on my image here, hit Control T. That gives us our transform panel, and I can move and adjust these mountains. Okay. Okay. Now, first thing I notice is I've barely started to build the scene, but it's already kind of jarring how different colored these mountains are versus the sky. The mountains are like bluish and the sky is very red. And I want to try to keep this all kind of a red, kind of like very Nevada desert color palette. So I'm going to click on my mountain layer, which if I want, I can double click on the name and I can just call this mountains. I'm going to go down here to my adjustment panel. And these are anything that adjusts, these all adjust with colors and saturations. I am going to go to color balance. This pops up and I'm going to click this button right here to make it a clipping mask. If I don't make it a clipping mask, then when I change things, it changes everything. So now if I hit clipping mask and adjust these, you'll see the mountain is changing color. So this way I can adjust my mountain to kind of match the sky a little better. And if I click this eyeball, I can turn it off and on. And you can see, look how much better that looks. That looks like it's actually like almost part of the same scene, okay? So I'm just gonna truck along, just keep dragging and dropping and color adjusting different things as I please. So next I have this cactus. I'm gonna drag and drop that in. Perfect. Place it for a second and I can use several things to mask it out. I can click select subject and see the computer might do a good job of grabbing the cactus for me. If not, I can always use the quick selection. Look at that, didn't do too bad. So I'm gonna click the mask button here. Okay, but if I zoom in, I see it missed part of the cactus. So I am going to make sure I'm using a white brush. And I'm gonna make it a little harder to kind of paint back in the parts of cactus that just got deleted. Like that, there you go. And I also want to bring in a little bit of the ground below the cactus. I just want that back for a second, just to kind of give me a little bit of a flooring. And I don't want this cactus that it put in this cactus that it grabbed from the background. I don't care about that guy. So I'm getting rid of him. I got to turn up the opacity because I turned the opacity down. So now my brush is light. Okay, awesome. And again, if I want to move this cactus, I have to click on the image, not the mask, the image, hit Control-T, and I can kind of scale it and put it where I want. And I'm going to just put it right here for now. And I'll need to do some color adjusting, but I think what I want to do is kind of figure out more of what's the style I want. So you guys keep going, keep building, but remember you're just dragging, dropping, masking, and then adding color adjustments here to make sure that the scenes work together and that everything is blending nicely.